Tangents. Yes. Music you're listening to right now is by Adrian von Ziegler. Sound effects during the game is going to be by Sirenscape. The starting soon screen and the overlay and the prettification of the maps were done by me in Incarnate. And if you want to see what you can do to help or hinder the players, type in !perks in the chat like Lillith has forgotten to do.
What?
There we go.
I did send it, but it was like, no.
Yeah, Nightbot has been going on a strike today. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was like, just like, no. And I was like, yes! Yes!
And, okay, let's go around the table, introduce ourselves, and let's start with Lillith.
I wonder why. Hi, I'm Lillith. I'm playing Alexia Frillum, the half-elf cleric of the party. That is very happy at the moment.
Ooh, nice cycle. Mooney.
Hello everyone, I am Moonstar, aka Mooney, aka Moon, and I'm playing Fenna Dazzlecase, who is the rock-gnome evocation wizard.
Nice. Sen.
Hello there, this is Sen, and I play Sai, the human rogue that has managed to get his loot.
And Vitz.
Hello, I'm Viskugga, and I'm playing Silas Nimalon, the half-orc, half-elf, soon to be Were Raven, Zealot Barbarian, former pirate. Yes, that is me. Space pirate.
Apparently, some DMs think they need to ban Zealot Barbarians from their tables. I'm like, okay, all you have to do is make sure they don't do anything for a turn and problem over.
Ta-da!
Ja.
Yes. And hi, I am Ardana or Joe. I am the channel. Oh, my bad.
Oi.
Oi. Or oi, you there. Depending on situation. I am the channel runner and GM around these parts, and if you are interested in some really fun shenanigans on Sunday at 9 a.m. Central European Time, we are going to be running the second part of A Curse of Hearts, the one-shot we played last year, in which Donovan Trapes, the son of Dracula, proposed marriage to Urthomir, the kobold. And we are now invited to their wedding, which is going to be on Sunday. So if you're interested in that, hop on by for all kinds of just crazy stuff. And it is our big wrap-up thing for this month's charity run for the Trevor Project. The fundraiser will be going until June 30th, and so will the streams marked charity, but Sunday is like the big thing. So if you have the time, if you have the what's that called, the spoons to get up and watch us play, please hop on by. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna have players such as Josh the Pirate, Sir Terrace, my partner. We're gonna have the dreaded GM, and we are going to have Maria Tamagotchi from who is one of the moderators on our Discord. It's going to be brilliant.
I love them.
For now, anyone want to give us a recap of what happened last time?
We found some were ravens at the loft.
Sailors explored his animal side.
Not wrong.
I embrace the wilderness.
It occurs to me if Sailors ever decides to go back to being a pirate, he has perfect claim to sit in the crow's nest all day.
I would rename it Raven's Nest in that case.
Yeah.
So I went mystery hunting, disappeared from sight, and sneakily found a way into the tower and got a mysterious box which he's opened up for a figurine, which seems very, I presume, happy about. And I actually went cooking.
Yeah.
I was going to say rage cooking, but I'm not quite sure whether that fits or not. But
Bit of a rage cooking.
a bit of rage cooking.
Multiclassing into barbarian after this session.
She has some rage that needs to get out.
It's a shame that you can't cast spell when you're raging. Otherwise, a rage healing word would be really cool.
I hate you so much.
Oh, you hate me so much you healed me. Awesome.
Don't die! Don't die! Don't die!
That's how I imagine like a monk when they punch you and you get healed like that. Like, yeah, don't dare die! And you're like standing there like, ow! How am I feeling better?
Yeah, I'm imagining either they punch you and you feel better somehow, or they just puncture your body with thousands of needles doing acupuncture on you. Just out of nowhere. Making you look like a pincushion.
Now I kind of want to play a Soul Knife College of Eloquence Bard.
Wow.
Not familiar with College of
Why
Eloquence.
would you do something
College
so
of
evil?
Eloquence.
College of Eloquence can basically, at a certain point, they cannot fail a charisma check. So I think it's at like level 6. The lowest you can roll as an Eloquence Bard is 20.
Well, go ahead.
I would love to play a caveman eloquence bard
Ah, that could be funny.
that
Yeah.
has super high charisma, but he doesn't know how to speak.
And yet can
That
make himself
reminds me
understood.
of a story I once heard. I'm not sure if it was earlier edition D&D, but it was literally a bear. It's such high deception and high, it was like 3.0,
Mm.
third edition. But yeah, he could make it like, hey, here's a bear, he was so deceptive that he could pass it off as a human. And just grumble and gesture his way through stuff. Eventually getting a butler with speak with animals to actually interpret it for him.
One of the
And there
most.
was
One of
then there
the. Sorry.
there was one moment where that character then went into a big social gathering, and there was finally someone who managed to see through his disguise. Obviously, seeing a bear seated across of him at the table, stood up and shouted, "It's a bear!" Of course, no one else could see through the deception, so eventually that guy that actually saw through it was deemed crazy and cut it off. It's all
What?
like that. I saw a video of it.
One of the most ridiculous things that I have ever been through myself when it comes to D&D was my second ever D&D session. I was playing my College of Lore Bard, and we had a troll fighter in our party named Flest. And we were walking across this field, and Flest was the player of Flest was like, okay, so I want to sneak up on the bad guy. And our DM was like, sure, roll for stealth. He didn't roll a nat 20, he rolled a 19. And for some reason he also had some dex modifier stuff that gave him a +2 on stealth. So with disadvantage he rolled a 19 +2.
Not bad.
And the bad guy's passive perception was 17. So this troll managed to hide on a field with nothing on it. And then of course my bard was like, I hide behind the troll. Because I'm a small, well, medium. She was half-elf, but she was small half-elf. Big troll. I was like, I hide behind the troll. I'm not going anywhere near that. Itchy foot. Anywho, if everyone is as comfortable as we are going to get, let's get into the story. Let me push this up. Hello? Can we get some sound? Hi, cat. Did you want something? Okay.
Feed me, mother.
I now have a tail in my face. Thank you. And let's hop in. Whoa, here? And since we ended last time on Sai, I think
Yes.
we are going to.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start with Alexia.
Still rage cooking.
You were making a stew, if I remember right?
Yes.
Just throwing things together.
What I have, basically.
Yep. The kitchen is cozy, and with the fire going, it starts smelling really nice. You have no problems finding usable ingredients to throw together to a very nice, very creamy stew. There's also some bread laying around that you can serve with it.
Yeah, she's gonna toast the bread a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Oh yes. Rage cooking people. Burn the bread.
Burn the bread. So, once the food is done, what would you like to do? Do you call for them, or do you bring it to people, or what do you want to do?
Does she hear that they're on their way down?
Give me a perception check.
Don't fail me now. I hear nothing.
Yeah, no. With the sounds of pots and pans and the crackling of the fire and the fact that most of this place is made out of stone, you don't hear anything from upstairs. Other than, the creaking of the house.
I believe Sai told Alexia there were some dining
Yep.
table, and
Yes.
so she would most likely like find some stuff to put on the table, get the stew there, because she's like, I am not bringing shit upstairs.
Yeah. If you walk through the second door,
This one, yeah.
yeah, exactly. And take a left, you will get to the dining area. There are 6 chairs around the table.
So she starts counting how many people there are. Like, we are 4 and they were 4, so we're 8.
Yep.
Correct?
Yes.
So she will start looking around for more chairs.
You do find 2 armchairs in the living room. There are also a couple of armchairs in the small room that's like on the landing up the stairs.
She will not go up the stairs. She will take what take what she can find.
Did you get stuck on a wall again?
No, what makes you believe that? Yeah, she will basically just take both the chairs, take like off the cloth.
Yep.
And just like shake it and be like.
Yeah, it's very dusty, and there's a distinct smell of lavender, as if the were-ravens have done their best to prevent insects from getting at the furniture.
And she's just shaking this and like, oh, at least they're doing house cleaning. And just like take, I don't think she can pick up both chairs,
No.
so she will like go back and forth and just bring the chairs and then bring like forks, knives, spoons.
Yep, absolutely. Meanwhile, upstairs, let me pop us over there. Come on. There we go. You are not there. I'm gonna hide that token.
I am like on.
Cycle. Be nice.
I know I'm not stealthy. It's fine.
Players are not supposed to be stealthy.
No.
Penna.
I think we were making our way down there, weren't we? So Fenna's probably not very good at small talk, but she'll be trying to make some sort of small talk as they go down. It's a lovely place that you've kept here, and it's so distinct. One would I wish I could have such a grand place as this. She's really feeling out of her depth as they're sort of like walking down to. I'm sure she's probably following them because they know the way to go to the kitchen.
Yeah, absolutely. So where is my thing? I don't know. There it is. Candlekeep Mysteries. I accidentally closed the wrong window earlier, so now I have to reopen all my tabs. Absolutely hate when that happens. Okay. So yeah. Vinik is leading the way down the hallways and down the stairs with Madrina and what's his face? What's his name? His name is Taspar. Following after. Taspar is has not turned back to the human form. He has decided to just stay half raven, half human.
At some point, can we start to smell some food or?
Yeah, you can absolutely start. Like halfway through the hallway, you can start getting the scent of like various herbs and spices coming through the floor.
I think we might be in for a treat. I've only ever really had a few meals out in camping that Alexia's done. So goodness knows what she's been able to create with a whole kitchen at her disposal. We could be in for a treat. And she'll let a nosedive her.
That sounds like a really good thing. We try, but none of us is a chef, really.
And starts to salivate a little bit, but she's feeling a bit peckish now. She's probably like speeding up a little bit. This is going to be delightful. And then she realizes that Alexia doesn't know about sailors yet, and she just pauses and then continues, but a little bit slower.
Speaking of Silas, you are coming down the staircase and you see the other were-ravens walk past, Fenna in tow, down the stairs. You also start getting the scent of freshly cooked food coming up through from the staircase.
I walk in that direction with their son in tow, I guess. I also ask something like,
That's not it.
so silver. I won't be able to hold it, or will I be able to hold it, even though it might maybe burn, or do I die if I hold silver? What happens?
Let me check something real quick.
And it burns.
Oh, well, no, it doesn't really hurt. Really, it's just that, well, if for example, when I fell out of the tower last year, I managed to start healing on my own. And you can start doing that as well. But if we get hurt by silver or magic, we don't start healing on our own. We need help for that. So you don't get hurt by it like that, not more than others, but we can't, like, we don't start healing on our own if we get hurt by silver or magic.
Alright. How long did it take to learn how to fly?
Just a few days.
Did you also jump from a tower?
That might have been the falling part.
Should be fine.
No, you'll be fine. I was just kidding. I did fall out. I learned how to fly years ago.
Cool. Well, let's get down and see what.
Yep.
Follow, I'll say. Ah, there you are, Fenna. You ready for some food, I see?
Lucinda, how are you? Are you still itchy or feeling better?
Yes. It's still itching. But I think with this salve, ointment thing, cream, I'll be able to at least live with it until it's done.
Yes, I mean, not an awful lot of choice now, although it could always be reversed. I just feel that maybe a little bit cautious in how we break this news to Alexia.
Yeah, sure.
He's hot food, hot stove. Never a good combination for breaking not bad news, but news. Yes, we just want to be nice and gentle and calm and
Yeah.
oh dear.
Let's
Yes,
just be honest.
let's go and have some dinner. I really am very hungry. And yeah, she keeps going.
Sai,
Yes.
you hear the rest of the group walk past the door where you've been sneaking around.
Yeah. Yes. So what? I now have the box with the statuette in it.
Yes.
How big was the box again?
Let me double check.
Can't be awful big since it was inside a lantern.
It wasn't very big, no.
I'm just gonna store it away inside of my backpack. It's from nicely bit hidden.
Yeah, it's about yay. So not very big.
So yeah, I'm gonna store it in my backpack.
Yep.
To make sure it's gone. And then I'll just nice and slow. Oh fuck! People suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Feel my pain.
Yeah. So we're going this way. There's also is it only upstairs or downstairs?
That's only upstairs. It leads.
Shite.
It only leads.
Never mind then. I am just waiting until they are gone so I can slowly walk behind them.
Right. Okay. So the rest of the group make their way downstairs, almost like a line waiting for food. And I shall move everyone. Let's move everyone.
I think as they walk down and Fen is talking to Sailor, she'll probably she'll just probably pause and say, "She's not teleporting anymore. You were doing that for a little while, very little while, and it's just occurred to me that you're walking and not teleporting. Is anything other than being cursed happened to you?
I don't know. All I know is suddenly I've smelled this odd thing. Kind of smelled like an illusion, magic kind of thing. We got kind of kidnapped by our something loth, and well, before we got kidnapped, we all smelled something very sweet. And I kind of had a similar kind of feeling. Then suddenly, I just vanished and appeared wherever I went. So...
It's like magical hiccups. Maybe I've never heard of such a thing before. Maybe it's I don't know, something to come from the portal. Maybe something to look into. Maybe something to research.
Maybe I'm a spellcaster. Maybe I'm like this genius spellcaster, and I also can cast spells like you and Alexia. Or...
But see, when I spell cast, it's a definite. There's a words and formula and things to do. It's not just spontaneous. It doesn't happen. I mean, one is aware of it, but well, I mean, at least you're not a teleporting were-raven. I mean, that would be much worse. That would be much worse, wouldn't it? Oh dear.
I have no clue. Sounds awesome.
One thing is, I think learn to fly before one teleports, for sure. For sure.
Well, first I need to grow my feathers, I guess.
Oh dear, what a sight! What a sight! Yes, all these things to look forward to.
Can you imagine how magnificent I will look? Pure
Yes.
black feathers, the dark night in the night.
And Fenna just looks at Tasper in his hybrid form. And yes, it's lovely. A sight to behold, for sure. And keep walking.
Alexia, where are you? Alexia! Alexia! Oh, it's cooking. Where are you?
I'm just imagining some eye twitching. So she have set the table, about to bring out the stew, and she's like, "I'm in the kitchen, making food for everyone."
I can smell it, and I walk into the kitchen. I don't see Alexia in the kitchen.
She's here.
I see an Alexia in the kitchen. What's cooking?
Stew?
What kind of stew?
Well, mostly vegetables, but I did find some meat.
Not raven, I hope.
Yes, I walked outside and killed some ravens and put them in the stew, Silas. Just for funsies.
Seriously?
She face palms, takes the whole pot with her, and just walks back to the diner table, just muttering to herself like, "He's just a child. He's just a child."
Speaking of ravens, by the way,
Oh no.
So Fenna said I should be careful with this, and I agree. So I decided I should be completely honest with you and just go straight on the potato. So, I'm growing feathers.
You can hear this. I guess everyone would hear just like this loud bang as she sets down the whole pot. Just looks at Silas and being like, "Good for you, Silas.
No,
I
it's
hope
very itchy.
I hope you're happy with your choice."
Yes. I decided to become a were-raven.
Good for you, Silas. I hope you're happy with your choice.
I am. Are you?
You can see some eye twitching in there.
I mean, imagine a champion of Lyra just flying around the world, doing good, spreading joy. Imagine all the pranks you could make as well.
And she will start holding her necklace and just speak in Celestial.
Please smite him. Please smite him. I'm sorry.
He doesn't know what he's doing, Lyra. He really doesn't know what he's doing. I'm really sorry. I did a bad job helping him. I'm just sorry. I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. And she starts crying.
Oh, fuck.
Are you okay, Alexia? You're
And
sad.
she still speaks Celestial and starts shouting at Silas. Lecturing him in Celestial.
I don't speak your holy thingy language. Or whatever you're speaking.
So basically, while she's shouting, she is actually asking Lyra to smite him for a little second.
Well, it seems you finally broke down.
Yep.
The Sai says it out loud as he walks down the stairs, seeing as he does speak Celestial. What's all this then? Oh yeah, the ravens.
Well, it seems your friends are having a little bit of a row in the dining room. But I get.
I am so sorry. Dinner is served. I just need a little bit of fresh air before I.
Then he said, pardon me, my friend. As
I
he
just
walks
need
past.
some air. I just need some air. I just need some air. And she
Right.
will.
Well, do take the raven
I
girl
can open a
for a
window
while.
and I walk over to a window, see if I can open it.
Not.
Come, Haludi, let's go for a short walk. Let's see the beautiful scenario outside before I smash a tree.
If you want to smash a tree, I recommend the bushes outside.
That's not telepathic.
Oh,
It's
Oh.
only between me and the raven girl.
Yeah, Sai,
I'm not-
you can hear that.
If you recommend the bushes outside,
Thank you.
you're welcome, my dear.
And she will just like.
Oh.
She was like just like kind of like small trampling, like an angry person, kind of like a robot-ish. Like I'm just walking.
I have a video.
And
for
she will
that.
look at Fenna and be like,
and Fella's like, she's not sure whether to follow or not. She kind of like gives a gesture, so say, because she doesn't know if you want space to rage and get it out of your system, or if you want the company and a little bit of TLC. So she's kind of like silently giving you a look, so say, do you want me to come?
she just looks at Fenna and be like, I just need some air. I just need some air. I just need some air. I just need some air.
What's it?
There's warm dinner on the table. I'm very sorry. I just need some air. I just need some air.
Okay, dear, go get some air, and if you're not back in 10 minutes, maybe I'll come and just check on you.
Yeah. That sounds lovely. Mm-hmm.
A bombshell has been dropped. It's okay. Oh,
Hey, Sai, isn't it odd?
Hmm?
For
That's what
someone who
what?
follows Lyra, the goddess of joy, isn't Alexia kind of angry?
Yes, what's wrong with that?
That's not really joyful, is it?
Why don't that be joyful every single moment, then would you?
I don't know.
What a surprise.
I mean, I don't really grasp the concept.
Of what? Joy.
I'm worrying so much. Except for shadow creatures. Well, than that, I don't see the reason to worry.
Speaking about that, there is one behind you right now.
I don't
That is-
believe you. I know you're just joking. Pretty funny though.
That was indeed a joke.
I'm getting better at this.
Indeed.
Or you're getting worse. Maybe you should practice a bit more.
I shall attempt my very best. In fact, once we get back to Candlekeep, I shall find a book about jokes. How's that?
That sounds like a good idea. Then you can tell massive amounts of jokes while you're traveling around the world.
Indeed. I make things more enjoyable. But now, while this poor manners, Alexia did say to enjoy the food, so I shall. And Sai starts like putting a plate full of whatever the fuck Alexia made. He does not know.
Say
It
He
is
just-
stew. Stew
Stew.
and roasted bread.
You just get some stew, get some bread, dips in the stew, and starts eating.
As you sit down to eat, you see the woman, Vinique, that you took the figurine from, walk in, clonk the empty lantern on the table next to her, and slowly turn her head, like scanning everyone to see if there's any reaction. You can clearly see that the door or the little hatch has been opened.
Well, after all the clanking, Sai looks up
Yep.
at the empty
Silas
lantern.
as well.
Yep.
The girl, it seems you are missing a light.
Yes, I need to fix that.
Are you hungry?
You're welcome.
I take a bowl and I
There's
pour some
nothing in.
food in and I offer to her. Here,
Oh.
have some food.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Vinique was your name, right?
Yes.
How long have you been a were-raven?
Oh, most my life, I'd say.
And how long is that?
Well, I just turned 30, so these kind people took me in when I was a child, and I've been a were-raven for 20 years now.
I mean, that is a pretty long time.
It is, yes. But I like it, yeah.
Nice. So what's up with the lantern anyway?
Oh, it's just a keepsake, really. Oh, did you know that the keepsakes, like, they used to have, like, these really old things, like, you would, I can never really remember the name of it, but it's basically, like, you could collect them, and it's things that made people die. Like, the actual cause of someone's death. And there are people who collect those.
Why would people put something like that in a lantern? No one's gonna pick it up in a lantern, then it's gonna be a waste.
Oh no, well, in this lantern there was a thing in it that had cost, and I was going to put it away somewhere to start my collection, but it seems I misplaced it. So now I just hang on to the lantern. The lantern lanterns are useful.
Well,
They
if it
are
kills
indeed.
people who holds it, then maybe someone will die soon.
That might be, yes, you do have a good point there.
Or maybe they already did die, and maybe they're outside somewhere, or... How long ago did you lose it?
Well, I remember having it this morning, but now I don't. So, and I don't know what happened in between.
I'll let you know if I find it.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe check where you have been flying in case you dropped it somewhere.
I have to do that. Yes. Well, let's eat before the food gets cold. And
It's delicious.
she takes a small bite and just. And yes, it's delicious but hot.
And Fenna's kind of only she's kind of like, I guess she's sitting at the table, but she's not really. She's thinking about Alexia, and she's not come back. So she'll just say, before I think I'm going to just go and check on Alexia. But are all the four? Are they all four sitting there now? The were ravens around the table. So she'll just do a quick. I think we had a really a proper time, a proper opportunity to introduce ourselves last time. But Sai, this is Tasper and Rennick and Vennick and Madrina, and they are were ravens, and they live in this place, and possibly be happy for Lucy to join them. Although she's not here at the moment.
I did ask the Raven Girl, and now that she has seen home, she doesn't really seem to care anymore. So I asked if she wants to join me on my travels.
Is she joining on the travels?
So you get to keep people to travel with you, but I don't. Sure, you keep the
My
Raven
boy,
Girl
there
with
is a
you, and I
difference
just don't
between-
get to keep the gargoyles because the
My
gargoyles
boy,
are even gonna kill us.
listen to me, my boy. There is a difference between the Raven Girl and murderous gargoyles. To begin with, the Raven
Sure.
Girl will have severe trouble murdering me in my sleep.
She could poke your eyes out in your sleep.
Yes, that does not mean death. That's more easily solved.
You don't solve things by pegging eyes out.
Of course, just get a regenerate spell. Problem solved. Or Mr. Guy.
You can do that.
Of course. You would know that if you've read more books in Candlekeep.
Do I believe him?
Oh, Sai, you set the DC. Are you lying or not?
That's the thing, Sai is absolutely telling the truth. However, just for sake of fun, I'm gonna roll Deception to set DC.
So the DC.
Sai is so socially inept that he manages to make it seem like he lies while speaking the truth.
I don't believe you. I wouldn't be surprised if Fenna could do it. She seems to be able to do magic a lot. You're just throwing your daggers around.
Well, when it comes to regenerating items and stuff like that, it is more likely for Alexia to be able to do so than Fenna. Holy magic.
That is true. That is true. She's pretty
Yeah.
good with healing things. Can she regenerate?
I'm sorry, what was that, my boy?
Can she regenerate?
Well, from what I know, regeneration is like a high priest level of magic. And Alexia, young girl that she is, might more be more like an acolyte. There's like two ranks in between.
I look at the boy again. What was his name? Was
Their name is Rennick.
Rennick. Rennick, didn't you say that we can regenerate?
Oh, we can heal very fast. As long as we don't get hit by magic or silver weapons.
Cool. So I'm basically high priest level. Fuck yeah.
Do be sure to tell Alexia that.
I would, but I feel like she's already upset. I don't want to make her feel like I'm trying to steal her job.
So, outside in the garden, Alexia, you are standing looking at a rose bush.
So she takes her mace, ready to hit it, but she stops right at like inches away from it. And she just stands and stares at the bush. Just thinking about life. Make your life choices at this point.
Helute looks at you, looks at your mace, and then back at you and just gently pecks the side of your head.
I'm not sure if you're trying to reinforce me to hit the pretty rose bush or if you want me to hit something else.
She tilts her head and again pecks you at the side of your head.
She will just try and scratch her under.
You see her eyes start closing a little bit.
I forgot that petting an animal is really relaxing. And she will put away her mace and just go over to the stairs and sit down and try to do some breathing exercises while petting.
Helute hops down on the ground and you see her like almost prancing around and then stop, tilt her head, just stand stock still before in a flurry of movement just hop up and then dive down on the ground and then stomp a little bit.
Are you making fun of the way I left?
She tilts her head again and lifts up her foot and you see a worm in her foot.
Never mind. You can get some stew, dear, if you want to.
Again, she tilts her head, blinks a little bit, and then just shoves the worm in her beak.
Let's get you some stew. I'm gonna make sure it's cold enough for you to eat it. Don't want you to burn your beak. Am I even here? I wanna go home.
Oh, Fenna.
Yeah, so Fenna's sort of like coming out. She's left that discussion.
Yep.
As soon as Sai was saying about who to go with him, and then Salus not being very happy about that. She's like picked up a bowl with Mage Hand, picked up another bowl of stew, and she's sort of like come out to find Alexia. So probably fairly obvious to see where she is sitting on the ship castle.
Yeah, you would see her immediately as soon as you walk through the front door.
So she'll
big armored girl. I don't think she's that hard to miss. With white hair.
She'll go over and she'll give her a small bowl of the stew, and she'll say, I brought you some food, and how are you, dear? She's disappeared.
What Discord decided to do?
There you go. She gives you a bowl of stew, and she goes, how are you, dear?
I just don't know where I went wrong. I tried to teach him as good as I could about Lyra, and now he thinks everything is about to be joyful. And being a fair raven, apparently.
Dear, I don't think it was anything that you did wrong. You did wrong, dear. You know, Sickness is well, I think maybe he has his own issues, and you know, I really didn't think it was any. Don't think you've done anything wrong, but I just know that it wouldn't be a choice that either of us would have wanted for him, but it was his choice, I suppose. I mean, it's one thing to bring dangerous gargoyles into the world that could destroy others, but turning into a raven is kind of affects him. And then she
It's kind of
pauses.
extreme.
Yes, it is extreme, and oh my, I just hope that he wouldn't spread it, would he? I mean, he wouldn't go and turn somebody else into a were-raven.
And you can see the horror in Alexia's eyes now, like, oh
No,
God.
no, he wouldn't.
You muted him.
Certainly not against their against their wishes. He wanted this.
Yes, but at the same time, if he thinks of it as a joyful curse,
Oh dear. Oh dear. And Fenna starts mindlessly comfort eating the stew as she starts thinking about this.
Alexia is joining her.
Oh, this really was. I don't think he's going to pan out very well at all.
Oh, Lyra, if he does something like that, please smite him. I'm begging you.
Sai, in your head, you hear, I think these two are broken.
What did you say? Broken?
Yes. They're talking about something going wrong, and now they're eating the food as if it hurts them.
So, Sai, having finished the majority of his disc, stands up. If you would all excuse me, it seems I am needed elsewhere. And he walks around to the side. Excuse me?
Oh.
And then stealthily disappears. Out
Please
of
roll.
sight. Possible.
Please roll me a stealth check.
Come. Shit!
Looking around, you notice that. Let me see who will see you. I mean, you can add a side dice if you want.
I don't have those left anymore. I used all of them.
Okay. So,
It's just cloak is up and everything, but Sai's, I don't know, something's clanking.
His mind is elsewhere.
Mind is elsewhere, yes.
So Silas and the old man
Yeah.
will notice you. None of the others do.
That's a shitty passive.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fine. You will just walk out.
No, the were-raven's passive is 16. But the other ones are really cheaty, yeah.
Yeah. So, stupid, where the fuck are those doors?
I'm glad it's not only me.
Alexia will notice Sai this time, wouldn't she?
She has a passive perception of 14, so yeah.
Yeah.
So Sai comes up, opens the door, not as stealthily as he would normally. So what's all this then? I've heard something about you two being broken.
You can basically see Alexia's face kind of stuffed in food.
Fenna's like, look, something.
My girl, you are
just
not a
eating away.
child. Do have some manners, please.
And she will take her handkerchief and just like clean, and she's like, Have you even thought about that just might, Silas will give away the curse?
Oh yes, that's a very good possibility. Especially seeing as he will see it as spreading the joy.
Oh god, what have I...
So, if anything... Well, I don't have any silver daggers laying around, unfortunately, but... Yes,
How could it have
that's
all gone
always a
so terribly
possibility.
wrong? How could it have all gone so terribly wrong?
I think it started early.
Might
Not
have
with
stopped.
us, not with us. I
Well,
think
considering the nature of his birth and his upbringing in the Astral Sea, from what he has told us, was stopped a few times too many on his head. And hit, and cut, and beaten.
Well, now you're making me feel worse.
Oh, am I? My sincerest apologies. I did not mean to do such.
No, I didn't mean it like that, Sai. It's more that I feel like my teaching were maybe too complicated.
Very good possibility, yes.
Oh no.
You know, the other Silas is not dumb. You know that, right?
Oh no, he definitely has his own smarts, indeed. However, we all lack in certain other areas. Outside of our expertise. I am well aware of my own shortcomings.
True.
Is that all telepathically?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Alexia and Fenna just looking back and forth.
Fenna's probably just not noticed that really, just kind of like really eating, and if the food's cooled down enough, she should probably just get a little bit of stew and just hold it out to Haluti. Would you like some food, Haluti? It's very nice.
Haluti hops up and sits down next to Fenna and just tilts her head a little back and forth and then carefully takes the food from her fingers with her beak and then just knocks it back, you know, like birds do. And
So, my girl, since we have completed our objective here, I do believe it is time to return to our own plane.
Is it dark outside?
yes, it would be.
Maybe wait till the morning? I mean, the shadow creature, you kind of scared everyone with those.
Yes.
And I would believe that going in with lights, because some of us doesn't have dark vision. It's
Yes,
kind of
thank you
not,
for reminding me of my racial deficiency.
It's more that we are going around with a light that might cause the dragon to decide that's food.
The
On an
dragon,
open
you
road?
are right, I've forgotten about that.
Yes, and I think maybe not being a shining beacon of eat me here would be a good
Yes.
thing for anyone.
Though,
Even though Silas would be happy to fight a dragon.
you know, now that he can fly, if you point him in the direction of the dragon, I am pretty sure your problems will solve themselves.
I'm not sure he can actually fly yet. I don't think he's even sprouted feathers yet.
He's supposed to sprout feathers?
Oh
Yes,
yes.
he's becoming a raven. Not like the raven girl herself, but something in between.
I mean, unfortunately, he might try and fly without the feathers whilst he's trying to find himself, but that could be quite dangerous.
Now, I do not believe he would just jump off the tower.
No. But he might try and jump and flap a bit off the floor. You know, try and fly up from the ground.
It is harmless. Nothing can go wrong there.
No. That would be quite funny though. But anyway,
Yes,
But,
however, I do not believe it might be a good idea to stay here for too long. I do not
May I ask
trust
why?
the ravens.
I mean, Sai, you say, just to clarify, you say that we've achieved our objective, but the objective was to return Haluchi to her home. And
Yes.
my understanding that she's going to come back with us.
Sai,
Yes.
did you by any chance find your objective?
I did indeed. Which is another reason as to why I do not wish to stay for much longer.
Oh my god, oh god. Do you know what? I don't mind being a little beacon after all.
Now that is the spirit, my girl. Shall we off then?
Don't we need to get Silas first?
Yes. Also, apologies. Halute, you will be coming with us back, would you not?
Yes, you said something about adventures.
Indeed. Just the gloom of the Shadowfell affecting me a bit.
Oh.
So yes, Silas just pokes his head back into the house and shouts, "Silas, we'll be off."
Benna says to Alexia, I feel I've been missing something of the conversation here.
Nothing
what
important. It's a
was
small disagreement between Alexia and myself.
Oh, was that telepathically?
No.
It's that I'm saying, like, you're not missing much. Just
Oh, it's just something he wanted to see. And I believe he has had enough of. And she looks around and like, the Shadowfell, and so do I. I actually do believe I might be going home after this adventure. I think.
you sure?
I think I need to have a break. And she starts crying. And just leaning on Fenna, being like, "Why?"
So Sai will put a hand on Alexia's shoulder. My girl, I fully understand you. The first time I left my study to go into the wider world, I also yearned for my home. It is nothing to be ashamed of, to be afraid of the outer world and everything in it. So just go back home, open a nice book, take a moment to breathe. It will be fine.
Yes, but I do still need to go to Candlekeep. I still need to read those books I borrowed about the plague. I am still worried for everyone in the village.
Yes, indeed.
And I don't want to disappoint my father. She starts crying again.
DM?
Yes.
Fenna's just giving her a big hug and going, haven't let anybody down at all. Nobody down at all.
Would Sai know any experts about plague studies and stuff like that he can recommend to Alexia? Or at least know where he can find information based on his background as a sage? Like, even if you cannot recall it yourself, you can know where to find it.
You do know that when it comes to like theoretical stuff, Candlekeep is the best place. However, Waterdeep has a lot of wizards in it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also the Yawning Portal, which is a bar where a lot of people from around the world, from around the realms, gather.
Okay. So, my girl, if you find that you cannot find your own answer in Candlekeep, then, as to my suggestion, you should either go to Waterdeep and speak with the wizards there for your plague problem. And perhaps you might try a look at the Yawning Portal. It is a bar, a tavern of sorts, which is very frequented by people all around the world. You might find a random traveler there if you are a bit lucky, that knows more about plague and plague-related studies.
So Alexia would just look up at him with tears in her eyes, just stand up and like hug him and kind of lift him a little bit, not too much.
Yes.
I am so sorry I crushed your heart.
Oh,
Yes, my girl, all is forgiven.
You are so nice.
Indeed, yes.
Silas!
Sai is very uncomfortable with this.
She will let go knowing he is socially awkward. Like, I'm so sorry.
Silas, you started saying something.
When he hears him yell that we're leaving,
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, it seems like we're about to leave. How come you guys are staying in this dark and gloomy place anyway? Wouldn't you like prefer material plane?"
Well, it's a. I guess we would. I would personally prefer the material plane, but this place is nice and, well, no one really questions us here.
That is true. I mean,
And-
I was not really surprised you were here either. So,
Yeah, and well, you are kind of one of us now. We also gather evil things and hide them away from people. That's
Oh.
kind of what a group does.
do I have to do that as well?
Oh no! You don't have to at all. No. I mean, if you come across something that you know is evil and you don't want to keep it, you could always come here and we can take care of it.
Yeah, but keep that in mind.
Absolutely. The older woman stands up and walks around to you and just pats you on the shoulder. Just like reaches up.
He
Oh.
leans forward.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, same. It was nice meeting you guys as well, and thank you for letting me become one of you guys.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure the old man saw something good in you. That's why he agreed. Now make
I
sure.
try.
Now make sure to not bite everyone you meet.
Why would I bite someone?
Oh, that's how you spread it.
Yes.
Well, don't bite evil people. We don't want evil people like us.
I don't plan on biting anyone. I mean, I can trust myself. I can't trust other people.
That's
Like
good.
if someone else gets bitten, they will just fly away, and then they could get this awesome flying power, and then they can do whatever they want with it. And that sounds pretty bad, right?
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
So-
technically, I wouldn't recommend you guys giving me this either because I was previously a pirate. But I'm actually fairly decent person, so I will try to get better.
Oh, there is a difference between doing something while it's like you don't have to be an evil person to be a pirate.
See, that's what I thought as well. And okay, so listen to this. We went down into one of the graves, and it wasn't a grave, but it led to this dark place where there was this mausoleum guarded by two gargoyles. And the gargoyles were really nice. But the rest of my friends, they said they were evil and were gonna kill us in our sleep. They didn't even give them a chance. They were really friendly with me, though. I even got this sword from Rock, I think.
Oh, I'm sure they were very nice to you. I haven't met them myself, so I can't say anything about them. It all depends on the intentions of whoever made them, really.
Well, the one who made them kind of died twice.
Oh. I don't know much about gargoyles. If they're friendly to you, then they're friendly to you.
Just making sure so I'm not the only one feeling stupid for thinking they're nice.
Well, it might be that they are friendly to you, but bad to others. But that doesn't mean they're not your friends.
Cool. I like you.
Oh, thank you. We like you too, Silas. Oh, if you're leaving, well, we hate to see you go, but I mean, you are part of us, sort of, right now. So if you want to come back, I think you know the way back. It's not that hard, but you really shouldn't keep your friends waiting.
Yeah, I was thinking they might get impatient. They seem stressed as it is already, so I will just thank you guys for this awesome conversation and the gift. And yeah, if I find anything I don't need and you want to collect or anything, I'll make sure to keep you in mind.
Thank you. And don't fall off the roof. It hurts.
No promises. And I kind of bow to them. And,
Rennick waves a little.
I ruffle the hair of Rennick.
Yep. Nice. Okay.
Thanks, dude. And then I walk out.
Rejoining the others, just outside the door, you see Heluti sitting next to Fenna and just... You know that stare that dogs give you when they want food? She's basically just looking at Fenna like that.
She scrapes, but it's probably like there's only a couple of pieces left in that bowl by now. So she scrapes it, gets a nice little bit of juicy gravy on it, and just gives it to her.
And she carefully picks it up with her beak and then just throws it back into her throat and swallows it down and tilts her head.
Hello, Sailors. Have you we need to go. Apparently. Have you managed to say goodbye to them? This little bit.
Yeah.
a little bit rushed.
They taught me how to spread this thing and stuff. So.
But they told you that, did they? Lovely.
Yeah. So.
Good to know. You want to do something. You wouldn't want to do it unintentionally by accident. It's good to know, for sure.
Yeah. So. I will make sure not to bite.
Lovely. Fernanda looks immensely relieved. She was about to start licking the bowl, but she stops at that point. It's like relief.
You guys seem a bit on edge. You okay?
Yes. Much better now. But it is quite dark, and it has been a long day, and we think that maybe we should really start to get back. If you feel ready after your transformation state, I guess we should go back the way we came. I guess, unless Ruti knows another way.
Is there another way that's faster?
We could follow the back path that Luthi herself did. But perhaps you would only know the way back to her home and not towards the crossroads. Fana, you traveled with the what are they called again? Travelers? Stani? You would not happen to know of a location where they might gather that's closer by?
Would you have picked up any more information from them? Any other ports that they could be collected from?
Give me a wisdom check to see if you remember.
Wisdom.
You know you've overheard them talking about several spots they have visited, but you can't really recall any that are close by here. You heard them talking about strange other places, but no more specific places in the Witch Way.
Would it help if we looked at the map that we
Yep, definitely.
that we had?
Yeah, you were given a map. Let me see if I can bring that up. Which way map is here? There you go. So you guys are down here.
Alexia also read of the Witch Way, didn't she? The book she found?
I think so. Yeah. Give me a history check. Sai, if you want, you can do so as well. With your background.
15.
24.
Oh, Jesus.
Alexia, yeah. Alexia, you remember that you have read about that there are several crossings in and out of the Witch Way. The most common one is the one where you were dropped off just outside the village. Mm-hmm. That's not how you pronounce that. Village of Witch Way.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized that there's a pun on the map, and my brain hurts. If you read at the top of the map,
Which way?
It says Witch Way, and then this way.
Yes. Which way? This way, the Hand and the Horn, the VT Hill, Wood Bridge, Scorched Red Worm.
But the Witch Way is this way.
No, the Witch Way is that way. It's the opposite of this way.
Yeah, because we're not going this way now. We're going that way.
Exactly.
Since we're backtracking.
Okay, all of you get inspiration because you're causing me pain.
So making the DM suffer is worthy of inspiration.
I still don't know why I encourage this, but I do. Mostly because
It's chaos. You like chaos.
Yeah,
you
I
thrive
like-
on chaos.
that's
Your
true.
cat demands chaos.
This is also true. So Lexia, you also remember that there is one crossing inside the Scorch of the Red Worm.
No.
Ooh.
She's like remembering it and then like, nope, kicks fought away like hell no.
Those are the two that stand out to you. Sai, with your knowledge, what you have read in the past, and now I actually have to look something up. You also remember those two, but you also know that there is one way of crossing that I need to check real quick so I actually get it right. It is... Where is it?
It's on anyway.
No.
No way.
Okay. It is a ship that can travel from any water surface in the Shadowfell and Domains of Dread. I'm just trying to remember. There it is. The ship is called the Relentless, and it is a domain of dread in itself. The captain is named Petra van Ries.
Is it a safe path back?
No.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. And you said it's the main threat, like, okay!
It
It's
is
not any
a
safe.
way to get back, but it's not
Yes.
safe.
Can we, like, just find the fucking shadow portal and go through that? Do you know of shadow portals?
With a 24, I'd say you wouldn't. Where would the nearest be? There it is.
It's a shadow portal, they can literally be in any fucking random place.
Yeah.
A shadow portal even a thing on 5e?
I mean, now it is.
Ta-da!
Ja.
Had it been my homebrew world, I would say no, because portals are very restricted.
True.
But
think
this is
about it.
Faerun, so
However,
Nice.
now that I'm actually starting to remember shadow portal things,
Mhm.
there is a very good chance it will lead to the Underdark. As eventually the Underdark, lots of portals there, which will eventually go over into Shadow Valley's territory.
Mhm.
So yes, it might actually be that useful, because then it would just be, we'll trade Shadowfell for the Underdark. It's not it's actually a win.
You do remember that there are several, not specifically portals like shadow portals, but there are crossings in that function pretty similar to shadow portals, and you do remember that in the Domains of Dread, like in the Shadowfell, they can pop up basically anywhere, but in the Domains of Dread, they tend to be in openings. So like doorways or windows or similar openings. And you do remember that the bridge you crossed
Mhm.
had like an opening. You can see it on the map.
Yes.
It has a roof, so it becomes a doorway. there is a chance that there might be one there. There might be one in the like leading into the cave where you spend the night.
Could there be one in the huge pyramid, which is adorning this countryside now?
There might be one there. Because there's a door or an opening into it.
I mean, why don't we just go the way back?
I mean, we. Oh. Sai, you seem like you're thinking.
Well, yes, I am thinking of possible ways to leave the Shadowfell other than waiting on the Vistari. Vistari? I keep forgetting the name.
Vistani.
Vistani.
Yes. And she will say in.
We could take shadow portals. We could just pray really hard to the Raven Queen. She might be kind enough to send us back.
Or not?
The Raven Queen is a collector of knowledge. We might get so far by offering up some specific memories that we do no longer believe we need, but are still of sufficient emotional value.
Okay.
Or we could just walk back the way we came.
I mean, while you think we just pointed out, we could go to the Dragon's Lair.
No.
And since we know if we're far, far away, we could just go in and take what we can.
Silas, haven't you done enough? And she will cast light on a rock, give it to Sai, and start walking.
I haven't done anything.
I must go. I mean, we do know where Vistani. I don't know. We know where they will pick people up from, so we could make our way there. And if by accident we find something on the way, then so much the better. But I really don't want to be taking them diversions. We could just head to the Which Way? Was that the name of the village that we were dropped off?
Yeah.
We could just head to the Which Way. Does Fenna know how often it is that they will collect from there? If they get there, was it like a day or every week or every month or every year? Yeah.
They tend to come and go quite frequently, so once or twice per week. Time is a little bit different, but not a whole lot between the Shadowfell and the Material Plane. It's not like the Feywilds where time is just an interesting idea and doesn't really apply. Or like the Astral Plane where time doesn't exist.
So if we make our way over there, then at least we know maybe a day or so, perhaps, but we will be picked up. And if we come across some method of crossing beforehand on the way, then so much the better. And she'll start to waddle after try and catch Alexia up. Let's go then.
Silas follows along, looking longingly over towards the big mountain. No one else can do anything.
And Sai?
Yes.
You just
I just
following
want-
along, or?
I am just following Alexia.
Yep. Ash or Cycle, if you're still there, please roll me a d12 in chat. That didn't really work. Maybe turn the caps lock off.
We got a 0. That's good, right?
There we go. A 7. As you are following the road along, you end up by the bridge again, where you met the were-rats. Let me see where that bridge is. It's not really that. Hello? Hello?
I'm on the bridge.
My cam account is not, or the cam goblin is not. Yes. Shush, go away. There we go. And you find, well, these 2 rats are no longer there because they floated away. No, okay, wrong thing. You do find the remains of the dead rat in the bush.
Sorry about that.
Don't apologize.
I have a tendency to kill werefangs, and she looks at Silas, just realizing what she said, and be like, except you.
Well, I'm not quite a were-thing yet. Guess you can kill me later.
I wouldn't kill you. When Lyra's name would I do that?
I don't know. Broke the joy out of those gargoyles.
You can go and bring them back if you want to.
No, you'll just say they're gonna stab you when you're sleeping, and obviously they're not gonna feel welcome. It's gonna be forced. Like, oh, he just nagged at them enough until they gave up. I'm not gonna be that guy. Saying.
You can also try and see it from our point of view, having 2 big stone giants.
Perfect bodyguards. Imagine how good it is.
Might get angry because they don't see how our laws work. That, oh, killing is fine.
Well,
And what will
if
you
they-
do then?
Then I would beat the laws into their heads till they learn how to obey.
So you will enslave them.
No.
That's exactly what. Do you know what? Just forget it.
It's called disciplining them, just like with a pet.
So are you calling? Oh, do you know what? No. When we're back to Candlekeep, I am sadly
literally
saying
pet
goodbye to you
props.
all.
You leaving?
Need to concentrate on my studying and the plague. And I also miss home. I really miss home.
But it's because I became a were-raven.
No, it's because I miss home.
At least you have one.
Yes, and I'm grateful for it.
He sighs a bit and just walks past.
There's no opening here, no.
No.
Dang it.
You keep on walking across, finding the now rather picked over remains of a were-rat. The night keeps on progressing and it's starting to get lighter again. If you want to keep pushing, you are going to go into forced march territory. So that means that you risk exhaustion.
Far away. I can't remember which came first, whether it was the pyramid or the cave that we stayed.
Pyramid comes
is
first.
yeah, pyramid is not that far away from the cave, I believe.
No,
No.
it's big.
Or the
it's thicker.
smash statue.
Oh god, yeah. Oh man, it's all coming back now.
Oh.
You mean the buried smashed statue?
So, I see. I mean, what say we see if we can get to the pyramid, and then we can stay there overnight. Do you think? I'm feeling a little tired. It's been a long day.
We could rest as well. What do you think, Silas?
I would say that a forced march to the cave would be best. We can then use the cave as a moment of as a place of rest for a while, as it is better, as it's safer, more defendable.
That is fair.
Isn't the pyramid more defendable since it's only one fairly?
I think
Pyramid is also out in the open and more likely for people to enter.
Yeah, I would say it would be more visible and more attractive than a cave.
Yes, you have a point there.
But Fenna, if you are tired, I don't mind having you on my shoulders.
That's very kind of you. I mean, yes, I was rather assuming that it might not be occupied, but of course it may well be occupied. It's quite obvious, isn't it? Well, if you don't mind, dear, I am getting a little tired.
She will pick her up at least so she gets a short rest or something while they're walking.
But what Fenna will do if Sai has shared this information about openings being potential portals, would she be able to detect that by magic if she had detect magic?
Sure. Yeah.
So they've been on this route. They know this route. So if as she's approaching any openings or anything, then she'll ritually cast it just so that it's open, so that it's there as they're going past, to see if she can pick up any portals on the way.
Yeah, absolutely. As you are reaching the woods where you summoned the pyramid, the morning is progressing even further, and you see that dawn is about to break. It is overcast and a bit gloomy day. Clouds are hanging thick, and it looks like it might rain later in the day. And as you reach the area where the pyramid was spawned, Fenna, you start feeling tingles of conjuration magic.
It feels like it's coming from the pyramid. Can she see where detect where it's coming from?
It seems to be coming from the entrance to the pyramid.
So she'll as they approach, she'll say to everybody, there is some sort of magic coming from perhaps that entrance there. Pyramid. It may be worth exploring to see if it is a portal.
We can.
Sure, why not?
Good, though we should be careful about it.
Indeed.
Well,
Absolutely.
let's check it out.
Silas, as you go to check it out, there is indeed a swirling grayish mass, and through it you get a slight hint of something green, emerald and shiny.
There is a portal or something. There's something green in it.
Shiny.
Kind of like apples, emeralds.
Do you mind
No, I'm
checking it
hungry.
outside? You are more of a portal guy than I am.
Yes, I shall take a look. Where exactly? Because conjuration was coming from the temple, from the pyramid.
Yeah, from the pyramid.
So Sai will stealthily approach and enter, trying to see if he can find the portal. Let me first roll some stealth. 23.
Yeah, you vanish.
Enters the pyramid slowly, keeping a good eye out for whatever could be a portal.
As you step in through the opening, you do indeed see a portal. It's a swirling mass of what looks like shadows moving back and forth in a circular pattern. There's also something green, like a green light or emeralds swirling in that mass. You also notice that it's shrinking.
How likely is it that if I can go through it, look at the other side, then come back?
You would
Are those normally one way or?
no, the portals normally go both ways.
Yeah, so I will take a very quick look through the portal, like where does it lead to?
As you look through the portal, you see a vault, like high ceilinged vault made out of stone bricks. There's also like you don't see the end of a tunnel lined with bookshelves filled with scrolls and books. The whole place is lit up by a green light, a greenish type of light, and you see from time to time, like you can see like tables with chairs along it, with quills and inkwells along it.
How likely is it this is Candlekeep?
You can't determine that from where you're standing, but judging by the just the sheer amount of books, very likely.
Oh, this is gonna get us in trouble. The Raven Girl is still outside.
Yes.
So I quickly go out. Wait, before that, how fast is the portal shrinking?
You have maybe a minute before it's gone.
Fuck. Quickly go outside. There's a portal inside. It leads to a vault place filled with books. Could be Candlekeep. Could be something else. It's shrinking, closing fast. Either we enter now or we don't.
Anything is better than here.
Let's go then.
I agree.
And she will still have Fen on her shoulder running.
Nice.
Quickly,
Fen has no say in this.
Nope.
And hold on even tighter as they go through the portal.
As you step through the portal, you find yourselves in this vault lit up by green light, and you notice that the light is coming from orbs moving softly back and forth, giving off a green light. And yeah, there are tall bookshelves from floor to ceiling and as far as you can see. The tunnels or hallways have vaulted ceilings made out of stone bricks, and they seem to be like haphazardly built, so there are staircases leading everywhere. Some are just a few steps, some you don't see the end of as they lead upwards.
I draw my great axe. I'm not gonna get hit by any books. Fucking books.
Are there any doors?
Everywhere.
You do see a couple of doors. One is to the left, about 200 feet further along, and one is at the end of a hallway.
Door 1 or door 2? Anyone?
Is there any difference, any noticeable difference that could determine where it would lead to? Any markings or signs?
Yes, there are signs next to the doors.
Okay. Are they like hieroglyphs or are they words in a random language? I speaks quite a lot of them.
It is written in common.
That's perfect. Easy enough. What did it say?
Let me check. I need to check the name of this place real quick. So the door closest to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's not where that leads. My bad. Come on. Where are my notes? There it is. So yeah. The door closest to you says just the barn.
The barn.
Yes.
What does the order say?
And the one furthest away. Where does that lead? The one furthest away from you says the hearth.
As in
The
a
tavern.
fireplace or?
The tavern.
Yes, okay. Let's go to hearth.
And Alexia will follow Sai.
Fenna will say to Alexia, I think you can put me down now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. I kind of forgot.
No, take
I'm
it slow,
really
take it
tired.
slow.
And she puts her carefully down and
Yeah.
brushes her off a little bit. Like, I'm so sorry.
If everyone please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Shit.
90.
I am perfectly fine.
What is
dear.
20?
Fenna, unfortunately, you're the only one who failed, and you gained 1 level of exhaustion.
I'm like being carried.
Yep.
She's even had a short
The moment
rest.
he hit the ground, it's like, oh, I thought I was ready to walk, but I'm not sure if I was
Oh,
actually.
I can pick you up again. She picks her up again.
You walk through a hallway that looks very much like the one you left, but it seems to be sloping upwards a little bit. And as you turn the corner, the light dims for a fraction of a second. And then you hear, "It's been so very long since I had any visitors. Please stay and regale me with your tale." As the room suddenly goes very cold, and the green tint of the light becomes like almost over saturated. Everything is exceptionally green. And who's walking in the front?
I think it will be Sai.
In front
I
of
think I would walk
Yep.
in the front as well.
Okay. Sai and Silas, in front of your face materializes a large dragon's head that looks right at you.
I think you lost your body.
I haven't had one for... I can't remember how long. Now...
Can Sai recognize what this is?
Give me a history check.
Yeah, if Henna's also seeing whether this is some sort of illusion or
Nope.
reality or something.
Fenna, please give me a Arcana check.
But how does exhaustion affect any of this? The checks.
No, I don't think so. Let me double check before I set that in stone, but I don't think exhaustion affects checks.
Is there somewhere that I can mark that she's got 1 level exhaustion on her?
Yeah, on your sheet there should be a condition.
Underneath your hit points, it says defenses and conditions.
Got yeah. Right.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
great. I'll mark it on there. Do it.
Oh, it does say ability checks, but I think ability. So no, it doesn't. Arcana.
Additional ability checks.
Yeah, so you do have disadvantage on it.
Yeah, I'll just roll it again then.
Yeah.
For now.
Still a 19.
Yeah. With a 19, you realize that this is a ghost. This is a ghost of a dragon.
Oh, a once a live dragon. She says to everybody else. It looks like we're talking to a ghost.
Did you just say ghost?
We are very sorry for trespassing. We just went through this portal and we just want to go home.
Oh, don't worry, dear. I was just curious about you. There are so few people that come to visit me.
And where exactly is here?
Oh, you are in the Candlekeep.
Are we underground? Upstairs?
Oh, you are not avowed. You are not supposed to be here. If you...
Yes, you came here by accident through Shadow Portal. If you have a problem, please take it up with the Raven Queen. It is her domain.
Well, I would, but I cannot leave.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm politely ask her to come. Unless she cannot enter.
No, she should be able to. I
Okay,
haven't
you go.
actually tried.
Well, go right ahead. The remnants of the portal should provide sufficient direction to know where to deliver your quest to.
Are we underneath Candlekeep?
Yes. Deep, deep underneath.
What is the floor like?
Oh no. Oh no. The bean.
It's stone.
I'm gonna take a rod for my staff.
I promised you would get something, didn't I? I promised you a pyramid in Candlekeep, didn't I?
No,
No,
beanstalk.
a beanstalk.
Yes, now I remember. Yes, I promised
We're
you.
going up.
I promised you a beanstalk in Candlekeep. Okay, let's go.
Are we actually
Yep.
doing the beanstalk?
Yep.
I'm hammering.
He used his
the
hero
ground.
point for it.
Yes, look on
Yeah.
down.
Silas, what are you doing?
Just give me a second. And I'm just keeping like stabbing the ground
Yeah,
with
like
the
going past the
staff.
dragon, like I don't want to deal with this.
And,
No, I don't have sufficient reason to do so.
And I do it until I reach dirt.
Okay.
while he's doing that, I'm like, I am so sorry for disturbing you, just trying to get around the dragon and trying to get to the door.
Now this
don't-
is
don't worry
quite
about the door.
interesting.
Yeah, don't worry about the door.
What?
Oh, I'm not worried. Just look at what he's doing.
What in all the realms are you doing?
I'm. Well, you see, we found some stuff, and I had this brilliant idea. Because we're far underneath, and we got these beads, and we got
Oh.
a pyramid.
You have
So if we
magic.
get a pyramid,
You have magic beans. I haven't seen
Yes.
those for almost. Oh, it must have been since before I got here.
well, we got a pyramid. So I thought, well, if there's a pyramid, then we'll definitely get a way out. And I thought, why not just use my last bean underneath Candlekeep?
I do appreciate this idea. Just do not harm any books.
His brain stopped.
I'm not gonna answer that. Just gonna start hammering the ground and
Do I see
use
the
the dirt.
beans that he's planning to plant? Can I make that conclusion in any way? Do I have enough of reason to go?
That's what Alexia is doing with Fenna on her shoulder.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow Alexia. Fuck this shit. Fuck everything. I'm done.
The dragon ghost is watching with fascination with what Silas is doing. I mean, she's a ghost. It's not like it's gonna, whatever he does is gonna hurt her.
Do I reach dirt?
Yes.
I will plant a medic.
With bated breath, you wait until a tiny little sprout comes out of the dirt and starts
What's gonna come out? What's gonna come out? Something's
moving
coming out.
slowly towards the vaulted ceiling. As it grows, it becomes thicker until it starts breaking up the stones around the hole you made and pushing upwards, ever upwards, until it hits the ceiling, stops for a moment, and then you hear the grinding of stone against stone until it pops and keeps pushing upwards. After only a few minutes, you can no longer hear what is happening other than the grinding of this now thick beanstalk moving rocks around you. It keeps getting wider and wider as it grows taller and taller, and eventually more stones, more rocks, and more sand and gravel starts raining down on top of you, Silas. If you decide to stay, I need you to make a dex save.
Well, I'm kind of sort of like backing off as it's growing.
Yes.
I want to see this.
Yep.
But I don't want to get hit by the vines.
Yep. And eventually, as you suddenly get blasted by cold air as the beanstalk breaks ground on top of you. And it just keeps growing until it is... How tall would it be? How wide would it be? Until it's 12 feet in diameter. And you can see that it just keeps growing. It's not growing wider, but it is growing taller and taller and taller.
Hey guys, this thing won't stop growing.
And we
Is it
are
supposed to
already
be like
left.
that?
We're like, no. Just Silas turns to be like, where did everybody go?
Where did it go?
I can just imagine as Fenna's getting carried about, she's probably looking behind going, oh, stop, no, oh god, no.
And Alexa is like, I do not know him. I do not know him.
I'm gonna... Since it's keep growing...
Yeah.
Oh, before I do that, I turn around to the ghost dragon thing. So I'm probably about to leave, but do you happen to have any books that I don't know how much you know, but do you have any books on like elven kingdoms and royalties or nobles? And do you have any books on plagues? Maybe something about Lyra as well.
Well, there are some books down here that you can borrow if you want. They talk about the Netherese kingdom.
That sounds familiar. I think Sai was in there. Sure, I'll borrow some.
Well, make sure you do not hurt the books, and do return them.
As long as they don't hurt me, I won't hurt them.
That makes sense. Well, if you
Trust me,
fall...
I have a very negative experience with books, so I don't trust them.
Oh, books are beautiful things.
Not when they yet.
That is true. One of the reasons why I came here was to get more books for my collection. And now I have all of this.
It's a Dragon and Hordes books.
Yep.
I need to make a Dragon and Hordes friendship.
There are those as well. One of them is a gold one.
Ooh.
His name is Fizzban.
Like it already.
Do you know where these books are in here? I kind of look around.
You have to go around the beanstalk and walk for about 5 minutes and then take a left.
There's a book on plagues, or on this the kingdom.
Netherese.
That.
The Netherese kingdom is 5 minutes that way and to the left.
Cool.
On
Then
four,
what
it has
is
information. The
On what?
Netherese kingdom was a kingdom of mages long ago. Combination of elves and some humans. They built magnificent castles in the sky, even cities. But one of them grew too powerful for his own good and caused all magic to die.
I don't think he did a good job. I've seen people cast magic all the time, and I mean, I think he failed. I'm not sure.
Oh, for a while he was very successful.
Oh,
And he even killed the goddess of magic herself.
killed a god?
Yes, they returned later. But for a while, in the event called the Spell Plague, no magic existed in the realms.
Is that the plague that is haunting Alexia's home?
No, the Spell Plague was eradicated long ago.
Well, I'll grab the book.
Just remember to return it. I know where it is, since it's part of my hoard.
Sure. I wouldn't want a ghost dragon following me around, hunting me down, so... Sure.
That sounds smart.
Yeah. You're pretty cool for a ghost.
You're
And I
pretty
go grab
cool
the book.
for a half-elf.
Oh, you noticed. Oh, nice.
You would have to be blind not to see it.
I'm also a half orc.
I noticed that too.
Cool. Can you notice anything else?
You should do something about that rash.
Working on it.
And with that, we are going to end this session and this arc of the story.